Yeah, I was pissed the fuck off yesterday, man. I came in my car and look, my seat, my new fucking seats that we just made is all fucking wet, man. Dry this shit up. It's fucking crazy. It's not gonna mess up the seats or nothing, but I just, who the fuck wants to come in their car and their seats is wet? This was all wet. Not to mention that, dude. Back there, it was water. There was like a pool of water there that you could literally swim in. There's still water there. This is fucking soaked, dude. Like this is fucking soaked. I have no idea. There's a leak in here somewhere, obviously. I gotta find the leak because impossible. Can't rock like this. And I think I know where it's at, but I'm just trying to check and see if there's anything else that's wet. Because if there was so much fucking, dude, water, man, shit was soaked. Good thing I took my seats out from before. And I gotta find out where it's coming from, because none of this shit feels wet. This feels wet. All these wires were wet. None of that feels wet. I gotta go check it out. So yeah, that's the fucking shit I'm dealing with now. I'll keep you updated. Gotta get the shop vac in here to get some of this fucking water out. And sorry for my finger being in there, but I'm holding the camera, honestly, I don't give a fuck. Just trying to get this shit done. But I want you guys to see the nonsense I deal with. Now this is super soaking wet. Gotta get some of this water out. Look at this shit, man. See that? There's water in there, man. Gotta get that out. Because it's soaked. I'll be back. Alright, the proper way to do this, the only way to do it right, get the seat out to make sure I can assess how much water. It didn't really get up to here. It's like all up in here, so I got to figure that part out. So I'm going to come back in here with the shop vac. It's a wet vac, so it gets out all this water. Just got to get all this crap out of here. So once I start getting all the water out, I'll leave it like that for today because I don't really have time to do too much more. But by the weekend, what I'll do is I'll take the whole center console out. I'll take the other seat out so that I can take this whole carpet out, give it a good cleaning, and then just deal with what's under here. Probably get some Dynamat on there too. Might as well just do the whole job, right? So this is what forced me to do the job. So yeah, just got to get all this water still wet in here. Like I got to get all that out. You see that? That's just soaked, man. Really got to get to that. Okay, so that's what I'm dealing with. Alright, see, now I done got myself involved in a project. But you know what? Fuck it. That's what it does. This car is my baby, so I'm going to do everything possible to make sure that all the problems get fixed. I'm not going to waste no time and say, oh, I'll do it later. Now I'm going to do it now. I wanted to change my steering wheel. Might as well do it now. I needed to pull the dashboard out of here because I got to change some things in the vents. Some of the vents weren't connected because when I swapped the dash the last time, I didn't connect the vents. So now might as well fucking connect the vents now. So what I'm doing now is I had to take the carpet out. I didn't notice that to take this damn carpet out, it goes all the way up under there, so you got to pull the dashboard out to get it. So fuck it, I'll pull the dashboard out. I wanted to check the heater core anyway, so might as well check the heater core. I think it's in there in that little box there. So I'll check that anyway, and yeah, we'll just get to doing this. So give me a sec. I got to get some a screwdriver to get that screw out there, and then I got to get the rest of this dash loose so I can pull it out and take the wires out and stuff. All right. Oh, this looks like such a mess, doesn't it? But it's really not. It's just the dashboard is off. That's all the wiring that's behind a dashboard. Steering wheel is off. Took the dashboard and the steering wheel off this damn car in like 30 minutes, man. Like, I've been working on this car for years. I kind of know it now. It's actually not a hard car to work on, but when you want to restore a vehicle, there's a ton of work that you have to do. You can't half-ass things, because if you do, they're going to come back to bite you in the ass. So right now, since this dash is off and I do have a few days that I don't really have much to do, I'm not going to let people distract me. I'm not going to let people pull me away from my project, because that's what happens. You start getting into something and this guy wants you to do this person wants to go here, oh, your girlfriend wants this and that. You got to set some time apart, you know, from the world, and just work on your car if you want to get it, you know, to tip-top condition, show quality, you know what I mean? So once this dash is off, I have some maintenance work that I have to do for the air conditioning. I might as well do it while the dash is off. I never took the complete carpet out of a 3 Series E36 before, so it's a lot more involved than I thought, which is good. You learn. Trying to figure out how to get that pedal off, because that pedal, if you see, is like literally on the carpet, so it has to be removed in order for the carpet to come out. It looks to be a simple job, but for some reason it's not coming off. So I'm going to research a bit how to get that off. Then I'm going to pull this carpet out of here so that I could let it air dry and clean it up real good before I put it back in. Putting it back in, it looks like it's going to be a fun job, like literally. But it's something that got to get done. So let me get to work and I'll be back to show you what I did. All right, I figured this out on my own. I couldn't find a video, but I'm not stupid, so you know how we do. This little cotter pin right here is what's holding that together. So it was in, there's a little groove in here, and it slides like into the top of it, and you have to just remove it. So I removed it with this pick tool. I just got onto it like, and I just pried it up, and then that would allow this to move off. See, you take that off. Now the accelerator pedal is loose. So now with the accelerator pedal loose, back there's a clip. Okay, so I got to take that clip out where there's a screw next to it. Let me get that out your way. There's this clip right here. I have to take that clip out. Once I could take that clip out, it'll unlock this piece, so I could take that piece off, and then that, you know, helps me get the carpet out. So let me do that, and that way I could get this carpet out of here. I want to make sure that it didn't do no damage, you know, the water that's all in there. I got to clean everything out, get the shop vac, and do my thing. All right, look at the aftermath. This is pretty much going to show you the steps that I took to get the car apart, to assess some of the damage. I'm not even completely done, because the leaking was coming from the sunroof, and I don't want to damage my headliner, right? So I'm going to drop the headliner and take everything out of there to see if there's any damage. There's some drains that go down on both sides there that might be clogged. I'm going to have to check those. So that's one step that you would have to do in this case when you have a sunroof in a BMW. The leaking is going to come from inside. My sunroof doesn't have a seal on the outside. You see? The seal is gone. It's supposed to be a seal in there, but it's gone. So that is why water can easily leak in and come down through here. Now, it doesn't seem like that's going to cause much damage, but it does an astronomical amount of water damage when it starts to come in, and it's heavy rain, so it starts to soak up into the carpet. I had to remove the carpet completely. In order to move the carpet in this car, over here, there's a lock that the carpet comes up into this area, and this locks it in place so that it doesn't move. It has that on both sides, so you would have to remove that. There's a torque bit in there that you have to take out. Then the seats have to come out. Okay, so the seats are easy to come out in this car. They're 16mm bolts in the front. You just have these nuts that go onto the bolts. The bolts are welded in, so the nuts just lock them on. and then you have actual bolts that go into the back that you lock in here. You have to take those off, and that's it. 4 bolts. And then depending on your seat, you might have some wires on the bottom that are connected. Mine didn't have any, so you just unbolt the seat and take them out. Piece of cake. This 318 Ti is pretty much like in the future from where this was invented, the Toyota Scion. How easy it is to just disassemble and take apart and mod up. Pretty simple to mod this car up. Not in the beginning when I first got it. It was a learning curve, but once you get into it, you can see how easy it is. Now let's look at some of this damage that could have been done in this car with that water. If you look here, nothing really, but the water started pooling up in this area. Now here, there's a ground there. You see there? There's a ground, and that ground could have got shorted out if the water would have got into that area, which I'm sure eventually it would have. There's all these harnesses here that have metal exposed inside of them. You definitely don't want that getting wet. And look at the water that's in there. There's water all in there. It's disgusting. It's definitely touching wiring. I had to disassemble a lot of this vehicle to get the carpet and the dashboard out. I didn't have to get the dashboard out. I know some people might jump in the carpet like you didn't have to do all that just to get the carpet out. 100% correct. I didn't. The only reason why I did in the first place is because there's other things that I had to do regardless that I was procrastinating on doing. So I said, since I have to take the carpet out, might as well get everything done. And those things were changing the steering wheel. Had to remove the steering wheel to take it off. I had some vents in the back of the dashboard that weren't connected, so the AC wasn't blowing through this side and that side, only through the 2 center vents, because the 2 other side vents weren't connected. And I had already put the dashboard on before I figured that out, so 2 vents weren't blowing out cold air. So I said one day I'm gonna have to pull the dashboard off and attach those 2 vents, because eventually I did get my hands on some extra vents, so I had to do that. So in order to do that, I had to pull the dashboard out. So I told myself this is an excellent opportunity. Just get all this shit done, man. So when I finish, the carpet is out on the terrace drying right now. I want to give it a day or so to fully dry out. I got to vacuum all this out of here. I'm going to clean and detail all of this inside. Bottom of here, all of this. And that is something that I couldn't do with the carpet on anyway. So, you know, take advantage of whenever you have a situation where you have to go through all this, take advantage of all the work that you could have done. So the things that I did have to do to take off the carpet, besides, you know, taking off the dash and the steering wheel, which is not 100% necessary, was remove the center console. I had to get that off because the carpet ran over this hump. That was very simple to get off. There's some screws in this area. I'll make a better video of how to get it off when I'm putting it back on, the reinstallation video. I'll just keep mind of the reverse order for you guys, okay? Because I was in a rush, to be honest. I didn't have time to just switch hands with the camera while I was trying to get this carpet out. So I said, you know what, F the video, I got to get this done. But forgive me, I didn't keep my viewers first. This bar here and this one, they were held very tight in this area, and the carpet was in there, and it was giving me a very difficult time to pull it out. I know in some videos that I watched, the carpet was in a 2-piece. This carpet was at 1 piece that went all the way under there. Dude, trust me, you had to take a lot of this off in order to get it loose enough to pull it out. I actually cut the carpet so that it can separate from here. And now when I reinstall it, I'm going to reinstall it as a 2-piece. I think that would be a smarter design. So right here, I had to take out a bolt, attach this to this, 2 right here, 1 right here. The glove box and everything was under here. There was a bolt right there. so that I could get some play in this. I wanted to get some play in this. See, I wasn't going to be able to get any of that play without disassembling this bar, and it was mounted on to there. You know, that's where the play comes from. So when I disassembled that, I was able to get enough play to yank the carpet out. I had to also disassemble the accelerator pedal, and I was able to pull the carpet over the pedal. Instead of taking the whole pedal off, I pulled it right over that, and it came up out of here. Now, reinstalling the carpet, that's another reason why I suggest taking a lot of this off, because getting the carpet out might be pretty simple, just yanking it and getting it out. But the more you have to yank, the more forcefully you have to yank. Just keep in mind, putting it back, that means you're going to have to really start tucking and maneuvering in order to get it back in. It's going to be a pain in the ass. So the more disassembling you do to get the carpet out, the easier it will be to get it in. Since this was taken out because of water damage, yeah, I'm gonna have to clean. So that's the next step. Next step is clean. First step was to assess what was wet, wring out the carpet as much as you can, get the vacuum in here, start vacuuming out some of the water, disassemble the vehicle, take the carpet out, let the carpet dry out completely. Then we're going to disinfect the carpet. Once the carpet's ready to come back in, all the inside should be clean, and then we'll start getting the wiring. And I'm going to do a wire, tuck, pretty much clean up all the wiring. That's going to give me a perfect opportunity to clean up behind the dashboard. And then when you put the car back together, it'll start looking like something. All right, so I'll be back in the next steps. All right, so you have it out here just drying. Let it sit out here for a couple of days, maybe 2-3 days if that, because it was really wet. But it's going to be able to dry. See, right now it doesn't feel half as wet as it was before, so it's really drying out, and that's what you want. You want it to dry completely. I'm going to throw some baking soda on it, get some disinfectant, because you don't want none of that soaked up carpet to start rotting out and molding on the carpet. So you want to try to address that issue. And that's the last step pretty much. But you definitely didn't want this to sit in the car and dry out in there. That would have been the worst thing you can do. This is an absolute 100% necessary step. You have to take the carpet out, must. All right, and then that's about it. Once this step is done and you clean the carpet out, clean out the car, you'll reinstall the carpet, and that's going to be in another video. Thanks for watching, man. I had to go through this nonsense, but never quit. You will get it fixed. Shop would definitely have charged you at least $1,500 for all this work. Save money.